carry for Bryce Love. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Washington ball carrier.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They turn to Love on the handoff. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
On first down, here's Love. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. That one caught by Ross Dwell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. In less than a yard. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. It'll be Love to try and get the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They'll run again with Love on first down. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll hand it off. It's Love. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Here's Love. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Haskins. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
To Terry McLaurin.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Haskins. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Jeremy Sprinkle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
The extra point.
It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
Lions nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 38-yard line. On the ground, this is Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going? Crashed down inside and tackled him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Stafford. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Golladay, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Prater. And we are tied at 7.
To kick off for Detroit.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is Gibson. And he returns this to the 22.
Antonio Gibson on the return. Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. right at the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Haskins. And his throw here is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Flushed out right. That's complete to his tight end Sprinkle. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 45-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims. And he's got this down to the 35.
Complete.
10 more there and another first down.
It's a gain of
Ball
10.
up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Haskins going to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And they'll get this right past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Lions 14. Washington 7.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
For 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
At the 26-yard line.
second down now. It's Love, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Washington on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Haskins out of the gun. He gets it to Sims, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards to pick up. First down, Washington.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On first down, it's Haskins. Under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Danny Shelton muscles his way in for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
On second down, Love. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Sims, he's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. His throw on the 6. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Going to give it to Love. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
A pickup of 2.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, it's Love. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Hopkins with the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
21. Washington, 14.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side here with Love. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
6 yards.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Haskins will throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the Pro Bowl punter Tress Way on to punt for Washington as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. You got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. This into the hands of Marvin Hall, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And it's going to be intercepted. Brandon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Now Haskins. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Intended for Bryce Love. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 11.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin, and that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Terry McLaurin.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
For Washington.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Detroit. 4th touchdown pass of the game for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions add on to their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
28. Washington, 14. To kick off for Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now a give running right is Love. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brings up 7.
Now Haskins to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Will Harris there to make the play.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Deron Harmon right there on the coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Johnson on the return. 31 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Again, it's Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the rookie 2nd rounder from Georgia, DeAndre Swift. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
It's a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
He'll get this one to Galladay. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. And he'll find Hall. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard.
This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal for the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit. Here's Love again. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now Haskins on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep left side, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. Here's Haskins to throw. Dancing to his left. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Jeff Okudah. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They go to Johnson again. Corral right around the 34. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, this is an example of breaking down a defense because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Stafford. Complete to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing deep for Galladay. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Detroit. 45 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, a lot of people think the tight end's a safety valve position, but I think in situations like this, he's often a primary receiver, and they missed an opportunity there.
Yeah, missed an opportunity indeed to pick up the first. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Oh, this is what I love about calling these games. 4th and goal. This is all about leverage, who wants it more, and who's going to get it done at the point of attack, the line of scrimmage.
14.
Prater for the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Taken from about the 12. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him, and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. There's a deep shot that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Haskins back to the air. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. Pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jamie Collins. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Flush to his right. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown.
Lining up for the point after.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 15 yards is the pick up there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And the Washington 1st down.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Haskins over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Dustin Hopkins on for the extra.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnson. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Brought him down.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. To throw is Stafford. He's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Here comes the Lions punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Jarrad Davis. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Johnson. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long. Today's final score, Lions.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with